Hey, what's up, y'all? How y'all doing? Um, Welcome to Ron's Opinion Don't Matter. No, I just decided I'm going to record this video, and normally I try to just do my lives and then backtrack on them later. But I decided to just kind of pre-record this video and like and subscribe, hit the notification button, all that jazz. I really appreciate it. I really do help this channel to grow and reach as far as possible. But in this video, I just want to talk about again, we as a black community, and when I say black community, meaning that I'm American, and I believe that if we're born and raised in this country, we're all American. But unfortunately, we live in a country where people try to racial divide. So the reason why I'm saying black community is because right now I'm speaking to a lot of us, and I know everybody's not gonna like it. They're not gonna understand it. They're gonna say, "Oh, you're a sellout. You're Uncle Tom. You're this. You're that." Okay, I know. I get it. I'm all that. Whatever you say I am, that's what I am. I'm good with it. I'm 100% okay with it. But with that said, you cannot argue with facts. And the facts is that in the Democratic Party, when you look across the United States of America, it has been extremely damaging to the black community. And why is it that we continuously keep supporting this when knowing good and well there is nothing great going to come out of it? That's why I'm telling people that I am voting Republican until further notice. Am I voting for every Republican? Probably not. But if they fall in line with the America First agenda, they're going to get my vote. Why? Because they spew all this rhetoric about Trump, which for the most part, I found out to be most of it, honestly, all of it. I'm even going to say all of it has been untrue. And then, I'm not saying that they haven't had made some points that is true, but the stuff that they tried to paint, the picture they was trying to paint was been, for the most part, is untrue. And the racist part, not there. The self-absorbed part, not there. Everything they kept saying, like, well, how can somebody be so much racist? Listen, if I had that much money, I'm not going to go through all that. I'm just not. I'm not going to deal with all that stuff that come along with running for president when I don't have to. When my life would be a lot more peaceful, a lot more easier, a lot more understanding if I didn't have no parts of that. But here's my point. I want to see the black community unify the vote. And for now, until further notice, vote Republican. Why? Because they're the ones really fighting for you. If you really start to pay close attention to the Republican Party and everything that they're doing and saying is, they're not trying to take nothing from you. They want you to have the opportunity to do it and make it and have it yourself. Everything about it. The Democratic Party wants to take everything and hand you crumbs and keep you dependent on what they say they're giving you when they're not really giving you nothing. They're not doing nothing for you and they ain't giving you nothing. And you got to take a picture of everything that you're living around. Now, if your living situation is great and your community is great and you think the Democratic Party is doing a great job by you, close this video out, move on. But for the rest of us who clearly see that it has not been beneficial by any means to the black community, stay tuned. The Democratic Party wants to take away your right to keep and bear arms. That right there in its statement in itself is tyrannical. They want to take away your right to keep and bear arms so that they can control how you move and what you can do and tell you to shut up, go in your house, and do whatever they want to do, and that way you have no defense. That's number one. Number two, they want to take away your freedom of speech. That's why they want to censor everything on all of these social medias. They don't want you to be able to get over there and hear an opposite opinion. They only want you to hear their opinion. That's it. That's why they want to censor stuff. That was the very reason why they shut down, they got Trump off of they banned him off of these social media accounts because he was by far the most transparent president we've ever had. And the reason why they did it because Trump was talking too much. He was telling you the truth and they didn't want y'all to know what was really going on. So they shut him out of everything so that he could not shout it from the rooftop. And now they're trying to say that, oh, well, this is how much they lie and stuff. Now they're saying, oh, Trump is listening to Elon Musk. How is that? Y'all not even, this is the stupid stuff that you keep hearing from these people. And they fearmonger black people over and over and over and over again. I'm telling you, black people, abandon the Democratic Party, start voting for the Republican Party, because a lot of what they're telling you, a lot of what the Republicans are doing is more in line with you better in your life personally. Believe me when I tell you. And that's why I say get away from the Democratic Party. Just get away from them. Leave them. And it's been in my experience that the Republican Party is really trying to do more in line with you having a better life, as opposed to you trying to survive off the crumbs that the Democratic Party keeps feeding you and acting like they're doing something for you, when in reality, all they're doing is lying in their pockets with wealth, with money, and tax stuff. And the way you find out is when you start looking at all of the stupid stuff that the government officials are spending money on, and it has nothing to do with the benefit or helping the everyday working citizens. And it's the Democratic Party, by and large, is the ones that's doing it. It's the Democratic Party, by and large, is the ones that's doing it. And I'm not saying that any one of these parties are perfect, but I'm telling you, when you really start to pull yourself out of it, get your feelings out of it, get your emotions out of it, start looking at everything from both sides of it, and I guarantee you're going to end up right where I ended up. And you're going to say, man, these people are really taking advantage of us. They really are taking advantage of us. And that's the reason why I say abandon the Democratic Party, because we need to unify the black vote so that our voices are heard. But I'm telling you, the unification towards the Democratic Party is not being heard. It's being taken advantage of, because they know that just by default, y'all gonna vote for that. That's the reason why they're able to do it, because they are not losing anything by taking advantage of you, because they already know you're gonna do it by default. Well, I vote Democrat because my parents told me to vote Democrat. I vote Democrat because my grandparents told me Democrat. But the people that your grandparents voted for are probably dead and gone by now. What is in the Democratic Party is pure evil, and you need to recognize that and stop voting for that. And we need to move, because honestly speaking, most black people are more conservative than they realize. And that's the Republican Party is more conservative. You're not okay with a lot of stuff that the Democrats is doing and trying to do. You just ain't putting out the voice of fighting against it. You just follow suit like the rest of the people. Follow the crowd like the rest of the people. Not realizing that for 50 years, where has it been beneficial to the black community? And I can speak on Philadelphia because that's where I'm from. And we have had easily 30 years of Democratic mayors, and look at what the black community is in the city of Philadelphia compared to everything else. And yet we kept voting for it. We voted for liars, thieves, and everything else. When you started, even right now, we got a Democratic mayor, and you start looking at all the positions, the local positions, vast majority are Democrat. And y'all okay with that? Because what they're doing is they're selling out your city to people, to the wealthy and the business people and people that got money. They're selling you out and handing it to them for backyard deals, and y'all not even paying attention to it. Y'all just sitting there going on, and no one's calling them out on it, and no one's fighting against it. And then y'all turn around and vote for it and expect something different, when in reality, they're going to keep doing the same thing because they're wicked and they're criminals. That's what they are. They're criminals. But it's okay. It's okay. It is 100%. It's not okay, but it's okay, because I'm going to keep fighting, and I'm hoping that I can get more black people to keep fighting. And I hope that those that I see on YouTube and other social media platforms that are African American, black, whatever one you want to identify as, I don't care, that are still fighting this fight of, we need to abandon the Democratic Party so that it better our community, just like all the other communities that are getting great benefits. That their communities are better, but we the ones still suffering. It don't even make sense. And clearly, with this opening of the border and giving all this stuff to these illegals should be a clear indication of why. Why would they want to do that? And I'm telling you why they want to do it. Because that's another way for them to line their pockets with more money. How can they do that? Easily. I bring in a bunch of illegals into the community. As a mayor or whatever, I bring them into the community, right? I know who all own all the business people that own hotels and apartment buildings and stuff like that. I say, listen, we're going to house them. And we're going to take the government money and we're going to fund their housing for these people. So how much you get in your hotel room? Oh, I get $150. Well, you know what? We're going to give you $500 a night to house these people. Now, on the flip side of that is, they're going to get some money on the back end. Believe me when I tell you, they're going to get some money on the back end. That's going to be the untraceable part. Because why would you bring illegals over here and use taxpayers' money to take care of them, but not take care of the taxpayers that are actually working and providing the taxes for you to have the job that you have right now? Don't even make sense. But it's all right. We keep voting for it. We're going to keep getting it. It ain't nobody else's fault but our own. But if we ever wake up, and I know a lot of us have, and I hope we continue to wake up, we would also be a part of making America great again by abandoning the Democratic Party and not letting them ever get away with what they've been getting away with for years. That is my video. And I want to say thank y'all for hanging in there and listening to me for the last few minutes. I want to say God bless you. Make sure Jesus Christ is in your heart. And y'all have a wonderful day. Peace!